Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Straight Out of Boston, and today I'm back for episode number 44 of my Pittsburgh Pirates franchise series here on MLB 17, the show. So today we're back with Game 7 of the 2020 World Series between the Cleveland Indians and the Pittsburgh Pirates, and it is a Game 7 after Cleveland won Game 6 2-0 on the back of 8 shutout innings from Corey Kluber. They will throw Carlos Carrasco here tonight. He will be opposed by the left-hander Dallas Keuchel, acquired from Houston last offseason by the Pittsburgh Pirates. He is making another postseason start for this team. He has got a 2.13 ERA so far in 4 postseason starts. Carrasco has also been solid, only 2 postseason starts out of him for Cleveland, but you can take a look at Cleveland's lineup. That is who Dallas Keuchel will have to face, and he is dealing with Tyler Naquin leading things off with a bloop double down the left field line. Not really a blooper, but he hits it down the left field line for extra bases. Naquin into second base, and the Indians trying to get something going here in the first inning. It is Bradley Zimmer up next, a 3-1 count. That's a ground ball, and that gets up the middle for a base hit. Marte will come up firing, but the throw is not going to be in time as the speedy Naquin crosses home safely, and Cleveland jumps out to a 1-0 lead for the second straight game. They score in the first inning. It's Lindor up next. He chops one. This is a fair ball. Tough play for Keuchel. They do get Lindor at first, but Zimmer does advance to second. Max Kepler up now 2 batters later with the runner on third. He strikes out on the high fastball, and that will end off the inning. Keuchel out of the jam, but he does give up the 1 run. On to the bottom of the first we go. Manager Joe Wilkerson is going to throw out the following lineup. You can see slight change. Thames moving up, as well as Meadows. We get a couple lefties a little bit higher up in the lineup against the right-handed pitcher Carrasco. We'll see if that pays off for Pittsburgh as Marte works the leadoff walk. That's how the bottom of the first inning gets started. Later in the inning now with Marte on second and 2 men down, it's Thames hitting this one well to left field, and it looked like the left fielder Zimmer misplayed that one. And this was kind of interesting. Cleveland actually started Zimmer in center and Naquin in left last game. This game they had the opposite alignment, Zimmer in left and Naquin in center, and Zimmer sort of just misplayed that, took a bad route to that one, and it allowed it to get down. Thames is into third with the triple. The run scores. Next batter, Esposito grounds out to the shortstop. That will retire the side, but Pittsburgh gets the equalizer in their half of the first now, 1-1. Top of the second, Chirinos up. That's a hard single up the middle for a base hit. 2 men on now for Cleveland as they look to get another rally going. It is Jonathan Villar up next with no one out. He will strike out on the high cutter, as Villar is prone to do. He does K quite a bit. Keuchel with his second strikeout of the evening, and now 2 batters later it's Naquin up with 2 outs in the inning. This ball flown to left field. Should be playable for Polanco, and it is the third and final out of the inning. Bottom of the second now, Diego Vina up with the man on. That's a ground ball right to the third baseman. An easy 5-4-3 double play started nicely by Jose Ramirez over there at third base. And that will retire the side for Carrasco. On to the third we go, still knotted up at 1. Zimmer up. He will take ball 4 there on the cut fastball that missed up and in. So a man on with no one out here for Lindor. Zimmer taking off on the pitch. Hard ground ball to Esposito. He will go to first instead, his only play, and get Lindor. The runner does advance to second, so a man in scoring position with 1 out for Matt Carpenter. And Carpenter hits this one to right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. That will score the run, and it's an RBI single for Matt Carpenter, who gives the Indians the lead once again. They take a 2-1 lead now. Max Kepler up next with 1 down in the inning still. That's a hard ground ball, or not a hard ground ball, but a soft ground ball into the hole there. Esposito can't make the play. So another single for the Indians. 2 men on for it is the next man, Robinson Chirinos. The 2-seam fastball in there on the inner half for strike 3 looking. 2 down now. VR up with the bases loaded. That's into right field for a base hit. 2 runs are going to score, and the man is going to be waved around third base. A good relay from Vina, and they will get the runner at home. That was Jose Ramirez, who was waved around by the third base coach. 2 runs do score on the play, but that play at the plate does retire the side. Cleveland takes a 3-run lead now, as it is 4-1. Marte up with 1 out in the bottom of the third, trying to eat into that lead, and he hits one to deep right center field. That ball is back and gone. A no-doubter beyond the bleachers out there in center field. It's a solo shot from Marte, and he makes it a 4-2 ball game now. So Marte trying to, as I said, eat back into that Cleveland lead. As Pittsburgh's already come back from behind once tonight, they'll look to try and do it again here in this Game 7. Marte with his first no-doubt home run in a while. First home run in a while, period, that I'd hit with him. But that one sure was crushed. That low fastball from Carrasco. Next man up is Gregory Polanco with 1 out of the inning. He's going to take ball 4. So the next man reaches for Pittsburgh. It's Turner up behind in the count 0-2. He will take that pitch for a ball. Polanco stealing, and he's thrown out at second base. Second consecutive night, the Indians catcher has thrown out a Pittsburgh runner. And we are going to end up actually having to sub in Jeff Samardzija here for our starting pitcher Keuchel, who got pinch hit to lead off the last inning after Keuchel struggled through the first few innings, gave up those runs. I decided to go with the early hook. I pinch hit with Robert Woodson to start off the inning before Marte hit the home run. Woodson, of course, did not get on base. That's why Marte's home run was a solo shot. But I went to Samardzija there in the fourth inning. He gets out of the fourth cleanly. And then it's Sanchez going to deep right field, and it's gone! A two-run home run for Gary Sanchez. He just sort of pokes that one over the right field wall there. Didn't get all of it, but is very strong and was strong enough to get that one over the wall 356 feet. And that ties the game. So the second time Pittsburgh has come back now, this time on a two-run home run from Sanchez along with the solo shot from Starling Marte. And that has tied the game up at 4. One more look at Sanchez's homer here, because that just gets into about the third or fourth row of the right field bleachers. Now Samardzija back out there in the fifth inning, working in a tie ball game. He strikes out Carpenter on the split-fingered fastball there for his first strikeout. Now it is Marte up with a 3-2 count. He's going to check swing, but that is strike 3 called on the outer corner. Good pitch by Carrasco. So Samardzija would be pinch hit for. It's going to be Liriano's turn after Samardzija came in for about 2 innings. Liriano on in the 6th. He is going to face Ramirez. That ball off of Turner's glove. Esposito gets to it, but not nearly in time to get the speedy Ramirez. So it's a leadoff base runner for Cleveland. Next man up, Robinson Chirinos. He's going to bloop one to shallow left field. Polanco on the run. It bounces over his head. Ramirez now around third, headed home. He will score, and Cleveland has the lead once again. For the third time tonight, they break the tie and take the lead. This time it's on an RBI double from Robinson Chirinos. The next man up, Jonathan Villar, striking out once again. Now the lefty Naquin, he's going to hit this one towards right center. That's going to get down for a base hit. Chirinos around third. He will score. Naquin heading into second. It's an RBI double for the Cleveland outfielder. They take a 6-4 lead now, as that will do it for Liriano. He does not even get out of the inning. Derek Law on now in relief. He will try and retire Zimmer to get out of the inning, and he does just that there as he induces the ground out to the second baseman Vigna. To the bottom of the 6th we go. Pittsburgh down by a pair. Now it's Justin Turner up with a 2-1 count, and Turner gets a hold of one deep left center field. This one's got a chance, and it is gone on top of the bullpen there in left center field. A solo shot for Justin Turner, and he cuts the lead in half. Now it's a 6-5 ball game, as that is off of the first reliever of the ball game used by Cleveland, Ernesto Frieri, as he was on to pitch the 6th. Carrasco's night was done after 5. But Frieri gives up the solo shot to Turner, and it's now 6-5. Next batter, Eric Thames, up with no outs in the inning, 2-2 count. Thames swings and misses on the good biting slider from Frieri, and that is good for the first out of the inning. He would pitch a scoreless inning rest of the way. Now it is 6-5 in the 7th. Bradley Zimmer, actually this is Max Kepler, excuse me, hitting one well to center field, but Marte makes the play. That's the third out of the top of the 7th. So to the bottom of the 7th we go. It is Sanchez up, the number 7 hitter, facing Brian Shaw, another middle reliever for this Cleveland team. Shaw gets the strikeout there. Now with 2 outs in the inning, facing the pinch hitter, Oliver Wilson. Wilson is going to get a hold of one, lining it to center field, but that is going to be caught. And that will send us to the 8th inning. Cleveland still on top by a run, now 6 outs away from claiming their first World Series championship since the year 1948. That's Roberto Osuna on now. He strikes out a pair so far. That is good for the first couple outs of the inning. 2 down now for the next man up. It's a pinch hitter, and he goes down on the 2-seamer. So Osuna strikes out the side despite allowing the leadoff man to reach base. It's Andrew Miller on here for the 8th inning. Perhaps the best reliever in baseball, being used still as a setup man for Cleveland. A tough play for him here. Marte is going to reach first base. He uses the wheels to get on with the infield hit. Now with 2 outs in the inning, he decides to steal, and he is going to be into second base safely. After the first couple guys were retired, I was waiting for a good opportunity to steal off of Miller. Finally got one now. Thames of the man in scoring position, flying this one to left field. That is going to be playable for the left fielder and caught. And we head to the 9th now. Cleveland still up by a run. Osuna trying to do his part and keep this a 1-run game. Heading to the bottom of the 9th. He strikes out Naquin right there. His 4th K of the outing. Next man up, Zimmer. And make that 5 strikeouts for Osuna. Now he has struck out every man that he has retired so far. And now with 2 outs in the inning, it's Lindor. He's got 2 strikes on him, and that is strike 3 swinging. So Osuna with 6 strikeouts in 2 innings of work. We head to the ninth. The Cleveland closer, Cody Allen, on with a 3.86 ERA so far this postseason, facing the man leading off the inning, Steven Esposito. The 2-2 count. That is going to be strike 3 swinging on the changeup in the dirt. Drop third strike. Chirinos' throw down to first is in time. That is good for the first out of the inning. Cleveland just 2 outs away now from a World Series title. Meadows up with 1 out. He's going to take ball 4, and the tying run is aboard here for Pittsburgh with 1 out in the inning. Next man up is Gary Sanchez, facing a full count. Meadows not running on the pitch. That's strike 3, swinging on that changeup. Second strikeout of the inning on the changeup for Allen. 2 down for Diego Vina. 3-1 count. This ball's flown to right field. That ball hit fairly well, but the right fielder is there, and the Cleveland Indians have reclaimed baseball's world championship for the first time since 1948. The Indians are World Series champions. They have climbed baseball's mountain once again, reaching the World Series for the second time in about 4 years, 5 years I should say, after they made it in 2016, falling to the Cubs in 7 games. This time they play Game 7 on the road, and they win Game 7 on the road over the Pittsburgh Pirates. Garrett Cole winning his 2nd career World Series championship on the same field where he celebrated one not too long ago, just about 12 months prior. How about that? The Cleveland Indians are World Series champions. So there you go. That is going to do it. I hope you guys did enjoy this episode, and we will be headed for another off season where we will try to make the right moves and get back on top of the baseball world. You can see one more time Cleveland celebrating there as they take home baseball's world championship. That's going to do it. Hope you guys did enjoy. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'm out. Peace.